All right, Shalom. All praises, all glory, and honor to Yahweh Bashmi Shai, the abundance of the apostles, the great millstone, and peace and blessings to the elect. I just want to do a quick edifying lesson. I'm at work on my break, so the spirit just hit me just to do a lesson, do something edifying for the body while I can, while I got the time during the day. So what I wanted to do is I just want to do a lesson on being active. When I say being active, I mean being active in the truth, being active in pushing the word, and being ready. Okay, like Scripture says, be instant in season, not a season. All right, and being apt, because the time we're living in now, we're getting ready to go into some heavy times. The apostles have coined this year the year of death, destruction, and diligence. And as far as our part is concerned, physically, we want to diligently hit the streets, hit the highways and byways, and put this word out. But that also means too putting up lessons, getting with brothers, in the spirit, and vibing with other brothers' spirit, and trading brothers' talents, like the scripture says in Hebrews, forsake not the assembling of yourselves together, just roughly paraphrasing from day to day. So what you mainly want to be in this truth is you want to be active, okay? Yahweh Shai has given us a charge to produce work in this truth, okay? Push forward the gospel, okay? So I just want to get into, being active in the word. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read the scripture here. Second Peter chapter, it's like in First Peter chapter 2, verse 3. It says, if so be ye have tasted that the Lord is gracious, to whom coming as unto a living stone, disallowed indeed of men, but chosen of the Most High and precious. And that's speaking about Yahweh Shai. He's a living stone. So that's the same, he had the same spirit, the same will to teach and do the will of Yahweh. That's what Yahweh Shai was given to on his time when he was on the earth, okay? So it says, ye also as lively stones are built up a spiritual house and a holy priesthood to offer up spiritual sacrifices acceptable to the Most High by Yahweh Shai, Mashiach. Okay, now us offering up spiritual sacrifices, that's going out there week by week, number one, and pushing His word out on the streets. Okay, another thing too about how we offer the spiritual sacrifices is just pushing the gospel, pushing the word out by any means necessary. Okay, like myself, I'm doing these videos. Other brothers do videos in the car, at work, as soon as they get home. This thing is about being diligent. Scripture says, be diligent to make their calling and election sure. To make sure that you're firmly grounded in His work, and that you're not letting the grace, which I read earlier in verse 3, that grace that Yahweh Shai has given us, the Lord has given us, let that not go in vain. Okay? So it says, ye also as lively stones. And I want to key in on this word lively here. Okay? And the word lively is zal in the Greek. And it means to live, breathe, to enjoy real life. Because that's what you get when you come into this truth. You want a real life. It's like in the movie The Matrix. All right, when Neo was first unplugged by Trinity, and he met Morpheus, and Morpheus was basically breaking down. He offered him the red and the blue pill, and Neo, he took the pill that would take him out of the Matrix, And when he finally unplugged, and he was kind of bugging out at first, and he was opening his eyes and he couldn't really see. And Morpheus told him, he was like, this is your first time really using your eyes. And he told him, welcome to the real world, Neo. So that's what we get when you come into this truth, because before we was in the world, we wasn't doing nothing. We was dead, man. We was playing basketball or trying to be a rapper or go to college or whatever. So we wasn't really active in this work. We wasn't really active as far as pushing this truth. Okay? So it says to enjoy real life, to have true life and worthy of the name. Okay? So when you're alive in this truth, you're a lively spirit pushing this word, you're worthy of the name, But you have to continue to earn that worthiness. That's why you make your calling and election sure, to make sure you're worthy, right? So it says active, blessed, endless in the kingdom of the Most High. Here we go, as an adjective. Active, powerful, efficacious. So that's how you want to be in this truth. You want to be active. You want to be lively. You want to, constantly, like, you shouldn't really, get bored with pushing the word. Like, there's always a different way to push the word. Just follow the apostles, for example. Okay, they go out there on the highways and byways and they do the live streams. They're at the camp. Through the years, from us brothers coming in, 07, 08, 09, 10, for the longest, the apostles was in the studio doing those shows, okay? In the studio shows, they had the intransigence, and the other brothers that came up under them, like myself and others, we followed that same platform. So there's all kind of different ways to be active in this truth. Okay, so I'm gonna go over here to the definition of active. Okay, it says engaging or ready to engage in physically energetic pursuits. Right, it got synonyms here. It says energetic, lively. Okay, sprightly, spry, vigorous. Okay, more busy, occupied. And that's another scripture as well. You want to be occupied in His Word. Okay? I'm going to do a quick search real quick. Bear with me, brothers. Okay? Because you want to be occupied in His Word. Alright? So this is the book of Luke, chapter 19, verse 13. It says, and this is Yahweh speaking. And he called his 10 servants and delivered them 10 pounds and said unto them, occupy till I come. And that's being in the business of Yahweh Shai. So that's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to be active. We're supposed to be occupied in the word of the Lord, to make our calling and election sure. Because the times that we're getting ready to come into, 2017, more death is coming, more destruction. Okay, you're gonna have more brothers waking up, more of the elect. You see what's going on out there in the world. All kind of celebrities and people are finding out that they're Israel. All right, so how much more us brothers, okay, that truly believe and have an unction to push the word. Well, let's go hard. Let's keep pushing. Let's keep producing this gospel and see how that little mustard seed grows into a tree. Okay, as Yahweh Shai said. So you really want to be active, man. You don't want to be sitting around idle, not doing anything. Okay, because that's what's going to lead to your death and destruction, man. Stagnant water, because the scripture says too, we're living waters. Okay, I'm gonna get that scripture, and I'll probably end it on that. But you want to be like living waters, because if you're not active, if you're dead, you'll be like stagnant water. You'll be like a pond or a lake that's been sitting, for years. There's no fish in it. There's no life, no vegetation. You don't want to be like that. Because eventually what's going to happen is the sun's going to continue to scorch you. You're going to dry up, man. Okay? You want to be like living, active, running water. Okay? So, let me read this last scripture. This is John 7:38. It says, "He that believeth on me, as the scripture hath said, out of his belly, out of his spirit, out of his mind, shall flow rivers of living water." Meaning the more understanding that you get, that's the more you're going to be able to push out. Because you got to allow yourself to be a vessel for Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai to use you. So you continue to purge out other spirits and allow the spirit of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai to be in you. Okay? But with that, I just want to just go into being more active, exhort brothers to stay diligent and keep pushing his word out. When the spirit hits you as often as possible. So with that, I'm going to give all praises and glory to Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, double undersea apostle of the great millstone, and shalom to the elect.